The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, all you tigers and tigresses. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us, folks. It's the Nadex, the Bull and Bear Binary Option Hour. And, folks, if you haven't test drove the platform yet, come over to our website at TFNN, and as you go over there, you're going to see that Nadex banner. You can get up. You can do a demo right now. Demo account. You can actually open a real account, put $100 in there, and you are off to the races. And we'll walk you through that platform with you. I actually just came back from the Money Show. Traders Expo down in Dallas. Yes. We just did a workshop down there. Good show. I met Darryl Martin, and Darryl's going to be, of course, you've heard him on TFNN. He's going to be coming on. It's great to be back with you, man.
Oh, man. Hey, great to have you back.
I'll tell you.
Nobody happier than me. I know everybody else out there is very happy to see you.
You've been working your butt off, no doubt. And I appreciate you doing that. No doubt.
I love it.
So, let's talk about the market first.
Yes.
So what do you think happened here?
I think it's a bounce. It's going to bounce. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know how it's going to get there. But when you take a look at the euro was getting pounded this morning. Yep. Still is. The pound was getting pounded. The yen was backing off a bit, which it should have because it reached its first retracement level.
Right.
And very surprising that the market wasn't down more than it was this morning.
Right.
It was yesterday. You had the ETFs pushing into swing points with volume, rejecting price, but pushing in there with volume.
Yeah.
So it said the test wasn't over.
No, I know.
I mean, that's what it said to me.
Isn't that cool? I like it.
I know people are listening saying, what's he saying?
No.
Because the rejected prices, man, the volume is still pushing.
No, and this is where the deviance comes in, folks. Okay, so if we look at the S&P, you had it, the SPY, we'll take the SPY. So the SPY did 184 million. The swing point is up there at 152. That right there tells you it's going to go test it again. Just that. That's the smaller portion.
I know people were listening to me yesterday saying, when's Tom coming back?
Oh, that's funny. Oh, my God.
Because I'm saying, hey, look, it's pushing in there. It's not done.
No, it's not done. It's not done. And that's what's so cool. I mean, because, see, it's cool when... Now watch how this goes. This is what's really...
Because everybody's reporting, they traded up to, X, and it closed all the way down. And look, that is absolutely not a bullish sign. No question about that. But that didn't mean that the test was over.
Exactly.
Which was...
It's
we
really...
had a little added extra stuff that we're able to throw out there to folks.
Totally. And what's so cool about it, folks, is this. So, watch now. This goes on both sides, whether you're a bear or a bull. If you're a bull, what ends up happening, you say, oh, no, it went down again. But then all of a sudden it starts crawling back up, and you say, oh, yeah, thank God I'm saved. Thank God I'm saved. Now, if you're a bear, and it's like, oh, no, it's going to get out, and you sold it, it takes you to the other side. The most deviant thing it can do is crawl back up the other side, because then what ends up happening is that the bulls say, we're all set again.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the bears get so nervous they can't see straight.
That's right.
The key, folks, is to have patience, okay? You got to remember something. The S&P, the first move off that high was dramatic. You're talking about a big number here, man. Do you know what I mean?
Well, and that was really my point to folks yesterday was I said, look, in essence, I said, if I'm wrong about this, if there is it's only been a 0.382 retracement off of that high.
Right.
So here's the deal. If I'm wrong and this thing starts blasting its way down to the bottom, you can jump on board that train.
That's
because it is such a large A, B, C, D down that you've got the time to get that ticket. I'm not worried. I'd rather you do that and pay a little bit higher price than try to come in and sort it right now. And that was really my advice. And in fact, it was really the last caller was trying to play both sides. And I said, you don't need to do that.
It's 160 A to B. It's 160
I know.
A to B,
well,
folks.
that's just 1-to-1.
Yeah,
I say if this was all it was,
right,
it'll be an expansion of that. That's right. In my opinion, it'll be an expansion of that,
right,
which gets you right back to October. And when you start taking a look at that rest of the move down, that's big.
Yeah, no doubt.
And not that we're not going to get down there. I just didn't think this morning was a time to be, or last night was a time to be doing it.
Well, particularly what ends up happening is this, folks. You had a positive week, okay? Even and so. Hey, where's my horns?
Yeah. So they're getting polished. They had to take them. Well, you left them on your desk, so I went and got them polished.
So watch how this works. When you have a positive week like this, even though yesterday gave it up, folks, on a Friday, you got to remember, you get a Friday, you're in the summer, right?
Exactly.
People just pack it in, man.
First Friday of the summer.
Yeah, there's not going to be that acceleration down.
I was kind of thinking about that yesterday. I'm like, it's June 1st. It is the first Friday. Really, it's the first Friday of summer.
Yes.
Most of I think in the north, maybe if the kids aren't out of school this week, it's next week.
Oh no, they get out late. They get out the 24th up there.
The 24th.
All you folks should move down to Florida. Our kids are already out of school.
So I'm kind of thinking. I'm saying, for us, even though for us, it always feels like summer almost really every day. So you don't necessarily get that change of you feel like, oh, this is great, it's summertime.
That's right.
Right? So,
That's right.
But I did have to recognize it still was the first day of summer.
Oh, big time. Big time. Hey, let's talk about gold.
My goodness.
Yeah. I could hear you guys screaming yesterday. I heard that den.
Absolutely.
I could hear Z all the way down to Dallas.
I love it.
I wasn't even, folks. If you haven't test drove the Tigers, then come on over and test drive it 30 days. You can test drive it absolutely free. I was in the booth.
Yeah.
This is pretty. So picture this: when I'm doing the workshop, okay. I had my workshop, and then I had the market up live.
Yes.
And I'm seeing them croaking, right?
Oh,
and I can just picture the chatter inside the den. It was, I was cracking up.
Well, what's kind of cool on gold, and I was showing this yesterday during the shows in the morning, and was showing the, just like we had on the small caps, when you had a butterfly and a Gartley coming together. And it's not often that you see that. You like to be able to see that, but what it does is it just shows you how strong those for whatever reason, those Fibonacci numbers, when you got two patterns coming together, they're real strong, and so you can learn both so much on success or failure.
Yes.
And when you take a look at, and this is a 120-minute chart, which is easier to show people on the screen, and certainly there was volume and a big wide price spread that came in around 12 o'clock on June 1st, and so you'd be taking a look at this saying, well, how can that possibly hold in this 1642 level? Yeah. But you had those two patterns coming together right there, and actually, it sold off to where it should. It retraced back to where it should. And
yes.
So the rest is history.
No, I know.
Tomorrow's the mystery.
Well, this is where it's going to get really interesting. What does happen, which I was digging, okay, is that when you come into a good bottom, folks, you come in, you get what we got, let's say, on June 1st.
Yes. Nice
acceleration up half the volume. And then you do come in with fast price destruction with no volume is the end of it.
Yes.
So I like what's going on there. What I don't like is that, and that's what I haven't really quite figured out yet, is that this is all cause the next leg down. It very well could be.
Yes.
And so it's one of those deals that you just want to give it a few more days to say, okay, talk to me, as to what you're going to do here. Today, if we close under 1585, it's not good. Because that's saying that, you can wake up, 2 days of rest? Oh, man, 2 days of rest? Forget it, man. That market will wake up shaking it off,
Well, and really, as I was always pointing out to folks, I just went back to that longer-term trend line that we were taking a look at on the weekly, which we know busted through.
That's right.
We know busted.
That's what I gotta really remember.
Yeah, we busted through on volume, and it's supposed to go back up and test that. It's supposed to try to get back in there, and that's what it did last week. That's what it tried to do 2 days ago, or 2 or 3 days ago, and it started to give it back up on price. So it's actually doing technically what it's supposed to do when you break a long-term trend like that.
Now, what Steve's talking about, folks, this is really important to wrap your head around. Because what we have here, when he says that's what it's supposed to do, that's what it's supposed to do, but that means we're going much lower.
Exactly.
Not a small amount lower.
That's right.
When you break a line, is that line from 700? That's from the 660?
Yeah, exactly. It's going back to 2008.
So that's from the low of 666.
Yeah.
Which was Yeah, that's intense.
Yeah, so it's all the way back there,
and that's the first time that it broke since those lows.
Oh yeah, which is big. And on the long term, on the monthly chart, it doesn't look great. So I think just it's still, when you get back and you start taking a look at gold is measured in dollars,
right?
Unless there's just going to be just a huge fear on trade, which that doesn't make any sense to me.
No,
people are going to have to throw out their assets that have performed well when they need cash. And he also got gold measured in dollars, and so the king is not backing off.
No, the king's
not backing up, and the king is on its way up. So gold can only be on its way down.
Okay, so when we talk about gold, folks, I'm going to come over here now. Watch what we're going to do here. If you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, folks, go over to our website. You can open up an account right now. They'll put $25,000 in the account. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a spread. Now, I'm going to sell a spread. I'm not going to sell it that much. That's interesting. That's a 4-point premium in that. That's too much money.
Mm-hmm.
So, see, gold is trading at $15.80 right now. And the spread that I wanted to sell is $15.80 to $16.20. 1 second. Let's see. No, that one's not going to... Oh, there's one. I like that one. Okay, hold it. Here's one. 15. No, that's no good either. That's $5, man. That's too much money. Okay, I got to keep punting. We'll keep punting. That's not going to work. So what I'm going to do, I wanted to do the spread on gold, but the spread in gold is not going to work because the premium, folks, is too much money. And that's because of the volatility we already had this morning. But that's $4. I'm not going to give up $4.
Yeah.
It just won't work. Let's see what's happening with the NASDAQ right now. NQ, where am I? Look at that. This NASDAQ doesn't want to stop, and that's good old Apple. NQM2. So we take a look at the NASDAQ. Okay, so the futures are at 25.36. And look at that. So that's 25.37. Interesting. So what you have with the futures right now, folks, we're coming into 9,300 contracts. It's going to need more than that, but you know what? This thing wants to go slightly positive anyway. That's what it really comes down to.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what did you see out in the marketplace? While you're out traveling around, what kind of conversations? Would you pick up on any pearls or? How about the conference itself, attendance-wise? Just what do you see going on out there?
There wasn't. The conference was in Dallas, and there wasn't a huge amount of people there. And Dallas is, Las Vegas is a big one. New York's a big one, but I don't think that we're going to be going to Dallas too many more times. There was like 500 people there.
Yeah.
But but that's not
that's costly.
Yeah, that is for what they're putting together. That's pretty tough.
Yeah.
It was great meeting Darryl.
Yes.
He has a couple pieces of software that are pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, that's I knew he was talking about being able to show.
Yeah,
to help on the timing side of it, right?
You just hit it. It puts all the spreads up, and it tells you what it does is it tells you exactly what is the best spread to buy in that second.
Yeah.
That second.
Yeah.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, all you Tigers and Tigresses, you stay right there, folks. You have the dial on 19 NASDAQ. It's flat. We're going to bring it back. Yeah, it's quite a piece.
Kate Stalter's exciting newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, has just launched, and now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial. Every Wednesday afternoon, Kate sends out her weekly newsletter to her subscribers where she focuses on small cap stocks with market caps under $2 billion, as well as low-priced equities with share prices ranging from $5 to $12. Kate tracks a variety of stocks with a combination of strong technical support and solid fundamentals. Many of the stocks featured will be recent IPOs. These newer issues are often some of the biggest price gainers in the market and provide an excellent opportunity for substantial gains if timed correctly. You can catch Kate Stalter live on Tiger TV with her small cap roundup every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and visit TFNN.com right now to get your 2-week free trial to her brand new newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, while locking in the low introductory monthly rate of only $37.50 per month, almost a 50% discount. Act now.
Stock market corrections are the #1 reason that a buy and hold investment strategy produces the poorest results, and I have 73 years of data that proves it. Now, the good thing about economic difficult times is that the worst economy can produce the best rewards in the shortest period of time. In fact, during the last 130 years, 61% of that time period has been spent in recession. And if you're one of the 70% of American households relying on their 401ks and IRAs for retirement, you need the single strategy.
See what you're missing.
Direction Shares Leverage ETFs fuse the benefits of exchange-traded funds with the innovation you expect from Direction, providing investors with opportunities to magnify their short-term perspective, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. Direction Shares, ETFs to the power of X. To learn more about Direction Shares, click on the Direction banner on the front page of TFNN.com or call 866-476-7523. There is no guarantee that the funds will achieve their objective. The ETFs are not suitable for all investors and should be utilized only by sophisticated investors who understand short-term trading, leverage risk, consequences of seeking daily leverage investment results, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. An investor should consider the investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses of Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information and can be obtained at directionshares.com. Please read the prospectus carefully before investing. Distributed by Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
It's that time of year again, and the Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway is back. Every day in June, Monday through Friday, we'll be giving away a Great Panther Silver 1-ounce silver bar, and all you have to do to enter is visit the front page of TFNN.com and fill out your entry. Great Panther Silver and TFNN wishing you a great start to the summer. Sign up today to have a chance to win a 1-ounce silver bar during the Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway the whole month of June at TFNN.com.
Stock market corrections are the #1 reason that a buy and hold investment strategy produces the poorest results, and I have 73 years of data that proves it. Now, the good thing about economic difficult times is that the worst economy can produce the best rewards in the shortest period of time. In fact, during the last 130 years, 61% of that time period has been spent in recession. And if you're one of the 70% of American households relying on their 401ks and IRAs for retirement, you need the single strategy that is bulletproof against the turmoil of our stock markets. Go to the homepage at TFNN.com. Under Breaking News, click on Success is a Numbers Game to receive this must-have free report. This bulletproof strategy may be days away from giving the next signal. Don't neglect your retirement, and don't neglect this signal. If you're even a little bit interested in accumulating wealth, providing a better life for you and your family, then go to TFNN.com to order your free copy of Success is a Numbers Game today. Implement the disciplines contained in this report, and success will be yours for the taking.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. I appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. Let's take a look at some of the high-volume stocks out here in the market when we know we don't have high volume, but bottom line is that as to where we are. Oh, look at Big Mac. Big Mac, someone's taking a bite out of it. Down $1.87 at 86.51. You got ExxonMobil off $1.12. We got, let's see, Delta is up 5 cents. Bank of America is down 17. Oh, hey, listen to this. Okay, so this is pretty wild, folks. Okay, you picture all these airlines, right? These airlines have been going bankrupt left and right, right?
Yeah.
So last night, I'm coming home from Dallas.
Yes.
Okay, so you got to picture something, folks. You know, American Airlines used to be one of the premier airlines.
Sure,
no doubt.
Yeah.
Okay, and you know when I left at 6 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday, I guess. Yeah,
yes,
Wednesday.
Right, that's right. Yeah.
Right, because I was speaking at noon. And when I get on the plane, right, this is an American Airlines plane going to Dallas, right? This plane was so old it absolutely blew my mind. No, I'm not kidding.
It's also, isn't it kind of funny how you correlate maybe a clean plane to safety and a dirty plane to,
oh yeah,
right? You're just
totally.
Like,
and it was old, you know, flat out. I mean, I know, you know, you run enough planes, you know what I mean, that
sure.
said, man, this is an old plane.
Yeah.
So I get on it, you know, we get there, no problem, okay? Well, we're coming home last night, and I had a I don't know, 4 o'clock in the afternoon plane.
Yes.
And we get on the plane, and I'm looking, I'm saying to myself, man, it's amazing that, these airlines say so in the context of where American used to be. And I'm talking 20 years ago, there's no doubt, okay? But you can see that they didn't put the money in the equipment. They didn't do the whole deal, right?
Yeah.
So we're sitting down, and I know I'm looking at the weather in Tampa. And, folks, what happens in Tampa is this. Tampa, number one, is the lightning capital of the world. Of the world, not just the United States, okay? Well, maybe it's not the world. I know it is the United States. Maybe it's not the world. And when we get storms here, it's, you got to be careful. That's the bottom line. Whether we're out in a boat, or if you're out in a boat, you better get in. You're out in a plane, you do not want to be flying in.
Yeah.
So we're on the plane, and we're going to take off.
Yes.
And then the captain comes on and says, listen, I am not taking this plane to Tampa. So listen to this. This is really cool. He explains to us, he says, listen, folks, he says, what's going on here is this. He says, this plane, as every plane does, has reverse thrusters. And he says you can fly if the reverse thrusters are not working.
Okay.
He says, but what you don't want to do is fly a plane. He says one of them aren't working. What you don't want to do is fly a plane into a storm and you're landing and it is not working.
Okay.
He says because it's very dangerous because the skidding ability and all of this, right?
Yes.
But it was amazing, number one, that he explained everything.
Which is very cool.
It was so cool. It was unbelievable.
That's good.
And so picture this. So he says, listen, I'm not going to bring 140 people into Tampa without this. He says, I just gave them the choice. They're either going to give us a new piece of equipment, they're going to get a mechanic out here, because I'm not flying this plane.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. So I'm, nodding off to sleep, and I'm hearing this, and I'm saying to myself, that's pretty cool, man. I'm digging this, okay?
Yeah.
So what ended up happening is that, we were sitting there about a half hour. Half hour later, he says, okay, folks, we have a new plane, okay? We have new equipment, and it's going to be at this, this gate. So I said, okay, great. So we're all getting off. Now, wait to hear this, folks, and this is so cool because it's unbelievable what ended up happening. So first off, you knew that the guy really cared about everyone.
That's for sure. Yeah,
okay?
Yeah, you bet.
So we go to the next plane. If you're ever in Dallas is huge, and you got to take one of those trains from plane to thing. So I get there, and I'm sitting there. Well, we're waiting for the crew to come, and I see the captain. He comes, and evidently when you first get to the gate, the captain actually has to take the terminal and sign in and do something.
Oh, okay.
In order for anyone to get on.
Okay.
So what happened is this. So picture this. He's signing in. And he finishes signing in.
Yeah.
Well, like when you're going up to terminals and just asking people for something, right?
Yes.
How most of the people at the terminal don't even take care of you, right?
That's right.
Well, this woman comes up, right? And, she had a couple questions, right? And it was so cool. I watched him, the captain.
Yeah.
Right? There's 3 other attendants there on the other side.
Yes.
The captain walked around the other side, made sure she didn't know where the gate was. Took 5 minutes, right?
Great.
And I was watching this, and I says, man, this is unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
It was so cool. It was just really, it was dynamite, man. I mean, that guy, in fact, I got to write a letter or something.
For sure.
That guy absolutely has to,
It's a leader.
Oh man,
that's why he was a captain.
It was so cool.
He was a leader.
It was. And when we got on the plane, we had a brand new plane.
I love that.
It was as soon as we walked in, it was a brand new plane, man.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't it cool? Really?
That is.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, all you Tigers and Tigresses, we appreciate you being out there. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
Would you like a personal update from Tom O'Brien as to what equities he's trading and what his daily trading plan is before the market opens each morning? Every market day, Tom O'Brien sends out his daily newsletter, Market Insights, to hundreds of subscribers that rely on his daily recommendations when it comes to navigating these highly volatile markets we're dealing with. As recently as May 21st, Market Insights subscribers closed out all 5 open positions for a combined profit of over 68% in one day. Profits ranged from 6.5% to over 24%, and all of these trades had been initiated within the previous 30 days. Now is the perfect time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's explosive trading newsletter, Market Insights, an $85 value. Tom breaks down the market each morning with his market take and provides trade recommendations including precise stops and target profit zones, leaving nothing left to guessing. Log on to TFNN.com today and sign up for your 2-week free trial. Make sure you're a subscriber the next time Market Insights subscribers close out multiple winning trades. Take action and sign up for your free trial today. If you're an investor looking for a great weekly investment newsletter, then now is the perfect time to try out Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Every Tuesday, Ken breaks down multiple sectors in his weekly newsletter, Ultimate Growth Stocks, with a full in-depth report including specific trading recommendations within his model portfolio, charts, sector analysis, upcoming economic data, along with intra-week trading updates on newsletter positions whenever the market dictates. Right now, you can receive a full month, that's 30 days, to evaluate Ken's newsletter free of charge to see if it fits your trading plan. At less than $75 per month, Ken provides you with his expert trading advice that can pay for itself in no time. Take advantage of this great offer by signing up for a 30-day free trial to Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks today. Don't let this offer pass you by. Visit the front page of TFNN.com and sign up now.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes that a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Certified Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when temporary market spikes move against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped, and you have the advantage of keeping your trades open even when the market temporarily spikes against you. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique short-term binary options that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. I appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 14. You get NASDAQ up 2.5. We got the S&Ps off 4. Let's go to Dave in Boston. Hey, Dave, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, welcome back.
Thanks so much, man. Great to be back.
Good to have you. Hey, Steve did a great job, but, man, you guys compliment one each other. Look forward. Great to see you back.
Yeah, we love being together. No doubt.
Hey, school ends next Friday. There's no snow days this year because it didn't snow. So.
Oh, next Friday. So that's good. Everyone's lucky, man. That's on the 15th. Oh, that's early.
Yeah, June 14th. And, hey, last year they went to the 4th of July because we had so many snow days.
Oh, my God.
Oh, so that's how they do it.
That does both,
huh?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you got to have 180 days, irregardless. You got to make those days up, but no snow days. So next Friday is end of school. But hey, Tom, Steve, real quick, this bounce coming up on the SPY. You still looking at that 135.61 level?
SPY. So what do we got here?
Yeah, you can get to that April 10th area. You know, the low there, 135.76. Yeah. You know, it certainly can.
Easy. Well, particularly what it's doing today. You know, what you're going to have here today is that you have a rejection of lower price, and the volume is going to be so light, it's like, okay, you're going to do a small ABC up inside a larger ABC down, which you can do.
Which actually is the better setup, because what it's going to end up doing is giving you a Gartley sell pattern on the daily chart.
Yeah.
Which will be nice. So, something like that.
Yeah, you got China coming out with a lot of numbers over the weekend, and they dropped their interest rates, and I guess a lot of economic news they're holding off until Saturday. It's apparently because it's not very good, and then you got Europe making some decisions over the weekend. You think that's going to have any impact going into next week?
You know what I love? Okay, so picture this, and I want to say hi to all our Tigers and Tigresses in Houston, Texas. Because we had a couple of Tigers drive all the way over,
which is really
to
cool.
Dallas, and
really
I do appreciate
cool.
that. And one of them had asked me, right? So this is why I'm smiling. Basically, one of them had asked me, listen, we have all these announcements coming out, right?
Yeah.
So you get a picture of this, folks. So, and believe me, I read everything, I pay attention to everything. But when I'm putting my money down, none of that, my take on politicians is that I can flush them down the toilet, okay? I can care less about what they do, who they do. It's all about you and I, and that's what makes America. So when we're talking, though, right?
Yeah.
He's looking at me, and I'm saying, I'm trying to say, listen, all that matters is, it's a normal bounce, okay? It's coming up here, and it's not going to matter.
Yes.
And he kept asking me the question like 4 different ways.
Right.
So,
right.
So to answer your question, Dave, right, that's the answer. That, it doesn't matter what any of them do, okay?
So you have no reservation holding along through the weekend?
Oh, no, I'm not. I wouldn't go long, no.
No, I mean, if you had a long... See, I'm in the XIV right now at $9.30.
Okay.
And I'm wondering, I love playing that thing because it moves really quick.
XIV?
Yeah, it's the VIX, the VIX.
Okay.
And I picked it up at 9:30, and it's trading at 9.50 right now, and I'm just looking for a short-term target on it.
Okay, so let's see. Let me see what this is first. I got to understand what you have here. Okay, so Velocity Daily Inverse VIX, exchange-traded note. The note provides investors cash payments. NAV is 951. It's at 958. That's good. Okay. So let me ask you something. So it's inverse. So if the VIX spikes, this
goes down.
This goes down.
Yeah, when the volatility drops, this makes money.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. So just the opposite. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't be hanging around this.
Yeah.
Because this is just like the market. I mean, that's at 954. There's probably an ABC down. The B point is 814, and, you get volume down there, man.
Yeah, so I'll probably just take my profits and run.
In fact, what's pretty cool here? Now, watch this, folks, okay? Now, what's going to be nice about this, Dave? What's going to be pretty cool? The April 10th level on this, you see what the April 10th level is on this?
Yeah.
The April 10th level is 993. So it's going to be curious as to how it runs into that with 15 million. We might be able to get a good signal off this,
Yeah.
You go up there with lighter volume. Yeah, that could be interesting. But I would... this is what ends up happening. I went to the long side last week, and that really didn't work. And it's like the patience here is to have the patience and let the baby go up and hit the short side. Because what you're going to see here is that this thing's going to come out of nowhere. And that's a 140-point A to B structure, so... It's going to be a nasty baby when it comes, man.
So I'm going to ride this today for as much as I can.
Yeah, you're riding it right to 4 o'clock, man. Because that thing could go up to 4. We're going to be positive today, man. I mean, this thing wants to go positive. So, yeah, I'd ride it.
Hey, welcome back and go Celtics. Boy, they laid a turd last night.
Man.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
Talk about, had to be a big letdown for everybody up in the Northeast.
Yeah, well, we like doing things the hard way up here in Boston.
I guess so, man. Oh, my God. Unreal.
Hey, have a great weekend, guys.
Right,
okay, have a great one. Have a safe one.
Yeah, talk about just getting shellacked, huh?
No.
20 points, 21 points, something like that.
Big time.
I had a couple of different things I was kind of flipping back and forth from.
Yeah.
And finally just said, nah, there's not even a chance.
The rubber.
Fourth quarter.
The rubber. Oh, baby.
No chance.
I know.
So now what it sets up is this weekend, I think you've got the New Jersey Devil, L.A. Kings game Saturday night. You got the Celtics game Miami game 7 Saturday night, and we got possibly a Triple Crown winner on Saturday.
And you get a boxing match too. Pasquale's fighting too.
Oh, is it?
That's Saturday night too.
Oh man, sports bars are going to be jammed.
Oh, they are, man. They are, no doubt, no doubt.
That'll be great.
Okay, so King Dollar. That's this is pretty amazing actually. She just
still not really giving up.
No, she won't back off. And so what you're going to have here, there's wide price spread on it today, but there's not, volume really. There's 19,000, but compared to what it's been doing. But what you'll get out of this, folks, is what's going to happen. On a weekly basis, it's going to basically close over it's going to close in the higher range.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Which is pretty intense. It's, look at that. Actually, that's interesting, man. Yeah, this a close over that 82.17, man, is just saying, you know what? King Dollar wants much higher prices.
Yes, absolutely.
And you know what you had? When we talk about Europe, you talk about. Oh, you know what? Yesterday, okay, I'll tell you. We talk politicians, folks. Some of our politicians, it blows my mind. I cannot figure out how they can get elected to even be a senator. When I was listening to the Bernanke speech, and I was listening to how they were, the questions.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I didn't believe it. I'm not kidding. I didn't believe some of these questions. Some of these questions, folks, you could have took a high school person.
Yes.
And they would have had better questions. One person, okay? And these are the ones that just drive me up a wall. She comes into Bernanke and saying the dollar's lower. Will the Chinese be buying our bonds? I'm saying to myself, what I don't understand is that why he didn't just go back at her and say, no, the dollar's higher.
Yeah,
the dollar's higher by 15%.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, that come back and say, hey, listen, do you know, Senator, that the Chinese have made more money on our bonds than any trade in the whole world?
Yeah.
In the whole world, folks. In the whole world. The biggest trade in the world, okay, has been anyone that has bought bonds, okay? There's no larger bull market in the world. Yeah. And it hasn't been since 1980.
Great point.
It's unbelievable. Sure. And so China comes out this morning, their sovereign fund, and guess what? They don't want to do business in Europe.
Yeah, of course.
They're not doing business in Europe.
Of course.
Okay? It just, oh man, I can't understand how they can get to those places and think about it, that they're actually asking those questions so they wouldn't ask questions that they thought were so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because this, it just shows that they absolutely know nothing.
Yeah.
Zero.
Yeah.
They're supposed to, so my point here, folks, is this. Don't depend on them, okay? Because all they do is pick our pockets, period.
How do you really feel?
Oh, man, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Thank God I don't basically listen to those, questions. I did yesterday, because what ended up happening is that I happened to be in that situation, meaning that, I was out of the office. And I wasn't speaking until a certain time.
Sure.
So
part of my trouble with some of that, whenever I might be flipping through the stations I'm listening, it's not so much maybe even the questions that they're asking. Some of the stuff that they're putting out there is just so political.
Oh, yeah.
That it ends up being, there's not really a question. It's just trying right?
I didn't want to bring those up. Yes.
And I'm just like, I immediately, off,
They're not,
I do want to hear Q&A, but I don't want to hear,
half of them aren't questions, right?
Yeah.
If it's the Democrat, they'll say the Democrats did all the great things. The Republicans say they did all the great things. And the bottom line, folks, none of them have done a thing except pick our pockets.
Yeah, exactly.
And you talk about the best money government can buy. Yeah, not for you and I, but bottom line, in their pockets, no doubt.
Yeah, tough time in obviously in Europe, and which just means we're in. The euro is not done. The euro tried this week to push up.
Yes,
and it's just pushing lower. It's just on the weekly. I mean, nobody wants to go home with euros.
No doubt. It's going to make the Amalfi Coast really inexpensive to go to, though. Going to be able to go over there, get a nice
TFNN
lot of nice Italian suits, folks. You're going to be looking good.
I love it.
Totally.
Hey, what's that on your screen? Is that green?
It is.
Oh.
We're going green. I mean, it's just set up. This is where it gets really a lot of fun, actually. What happens? this is. You know what's so weird, folks? Okay, is that when you get a downdraft like this, right? Then the market wants to mess around a little, okay? And, you know, we just said a little bit earlier, we'll get the bulls going, the bears are going to say, oh, man, what's going on here? But patience is the name of the game. Because now what's happening here? The market's releasing more information.
Yes.
Which was so cool. So if we took the bottom there, what, 60?
Oh, yeah.
We're talking the Qs now. I get this on a daily. So $60 and then 63.18. That's good. Add 3 to... there it is. There's a 65. Bingo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this baby wants to go to that 23rd. And now, you know what would be so cool? Now, this would be perfect. We get a Tiger Gottlieb out of it.
Yes.
So what we want to see is that we'll want to see that the highs of yesterday get taken out with lighter volume. We come into this, and that won't be the 786, but it'll be close. Man, I could still wait for 786.
I had a great question this morning. It was from an email, and it was a Gartley pattern that I was showing.
Okay.
And but when this individual went back and took a look at it, they were like, "Wait a minute, you went past the B point with volume."
Okay.
You know, and so they were questioning. So the Tiger Gartley, folks, which is so much more a Gartley pattern. You know, if you have volume past a B point, that's just giving you an idea of whether you're going to do a 1-to-1 or maybe an extension of a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. But that does not negate the Gartley pattern.
When you're just using price.
When you just use, that's right. Okay,
right.
Exactly.
Right.
But when you make that Tiger Gartley, that's where you're just like, man, that's when you have a better, beautiful setup, especially on the if it's a Gartley sell on the pullback in price, because you don't have as much in the way on the reversal on the way back down.
Right. Well, I would be saying, okay, that you're going in the a Tiger Gottlieb would be going in the direction of the longer term trend of the market.
That's right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right.
But the Gartley patterns, Gartley butterfly patterns, there's still patterns that work out there. It's just ideal when you can actually get the volume to work with you.
Right. Well, when he did it, they didn't even have volume.
That's right.
That's what it really comes down
to. Well,
and
also when H.M. Gartley was also creating that pattern, he wasn't using Fibonacci.
I know. Isn't that amazing?
See, he was just looking at an A to B CD leg in the longer term trend, so it didn't have to get to A618, A786.
Right. Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
I know.
So that's sometimes the other aspect.
Oh, it's huge.
There. So I just wanted to.
If he had those Fibonacci numbers at the same time, forget it, man.
Absolutely.
We would have been calling it Gartley USA. No doubt. I'm telling you. Let's go take a look at some of the Dow stocks out here. So the market's going positive right now, folks. You get, let's see, Marbell's up 41 cents. We get Disney up 32. Coke's up 52. Oh, I know, Big Mac. I want to go see Big Mac.
It's on its way down further. I mean, it's seeking lower price.
Yeah.
And look at the volume today.
Right.
Today on a light volume day. McDonald's has volume.
5.4 million going to a swing point of 7, and we're only hour and 50 minutes into the hour and 35 minutes into the marketplace. Pretty amazing. Yeah. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, we appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us, folks. We get the Dow up 20, Nasdaq's up 12, S&P's are flat. You get gold down 350, silver's off 15. Bonds. Oh, yeah, bonds. We can talk about bonds. Bonds will not stop either. We're at 149.19. We're going to be right back, folks.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try patterns, profits, and peace of mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to TFNN.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's patterns, profits, and peace of mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the Rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Rand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. Folks, if you hadn't test drove the Nadex platform yet, come over to our website at TFNN.com. You can bring that platform up right now. You can test drive. They'll get $25,000 into your account, funny money, and you can be out here basically buying and selling the spreads.
So bonds, talking about bonds moving topside, and there's folks out there waiting to get in, re-enter on the TBT trade. So,
yeah, well, they're going to be a while. To me, bonds, that 160 is written all over them, man. So bonds are doing what the dollar just did. It will not go down into that 148.23 mark, which is really crazy. I mean, that could retrace down there easy. It should without.
Yeah.
But
and folks, he's going to May 17th.
Yeah.
So.
So when you look at this, if we bang these on a weekly, what you're going to have, oh man, on a weekly, it's dangerous. On a weekly, folks, it's like, okay, are we doing another ABC? Oh my God, that's 15. Yeah, but see, it comes to, what's really cool here is this. If you do the daily, the weekly, the monthly, they're all banging into 160 to 163. Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
You know,
yes,
you
yes,
talk
yes,
about
yes.
confluence. That's pretty intense. You know, see that weekly there is 135. So $15. No, $13 is 160.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. The daily is 163. Yeah. So if we do this, I'll do this on a monthly, and on a monthly, I think it bangs out to. Oh man, on a monthly, it's intense. A monthly, folks. You want to see something crazy? 136.
Yeah, you don't even want to see that. That's
12.
That's insane.
Oh, actually, no, it's actually the same thing.
Is it? Does it work out there?
It's
Okay.
Oh, no, hold it. I did that wrong. Sorry, 1 second. No, that's right. 1 second. Hold this. Here we go. Okay, so
that's bigger.
That's
115. If you just use 116
yeah.
up to
147. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's 25 added to
25.
So.
Yeah, there she goes. 50. That's 166.
Okay.
That's
okay,
what. So it's 160 to 166 is game. 166 bond. Oh my God. Hey, it's free money. It's free money.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's free money. All you got to do is figure out what are you going to do with that money. What are you going to do with that money, honey?
Yeah. So we got the Great Silver promotion going on.
Yes.
Great Panther Silver.
That's right.
So folks just have to come over to the homepage at TFNN.com, sign up for free, get an ounce of silver.
Right.
So I know you'll be giving away an ounce today.
I
just know it. Yeah, I just know it. I know it's in the cards.
That's a beautiful
You're giving away a gift to start off the weekend.
I like that.
It's probably going to be somebody who goes over the site right now and signs up for it.
And folks, it's free. So you just go over and sign up. And that's it. It's a beautiful thing. We got our man, Mr. Larry Pesavento, coming up next.
Yes.
No doubt about it. He's going to be taking over from Basil today. Then we're going to keep you healthy with Nico DeHaan. Come back here with David White. And 4 to 6, we'll be growling and prowling with you.
Yeah, you're going to do some technology stuff. You and Dave.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, you were, it was a couple weeks ago you were gone. You got to have him show you the ketchup bottle. There's some company has developed
that's right.
something that, some coating on the inside of the ketchup bottle. About it. And absolutely gets every single drop out. Not that I use ketchup or anything, but it's a pretty cool.
Yeah, no. I remember him talking about it.
Yeah.
Look at that green. Someone's painting this thing green. You stay right there, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us. We're going to go to beautiful Tucson, Arizona. Larry's going to be out here growling and prowling with you. Then Nico and David and myself.
Have a great weekend, folks.